Hello guys, it's me again, your game host manager Is. Have you seen our previous video about the basics of our much anticipated card game Eternal Brawl? I hope you enjoyed that video. If you haven't seen it, we included the link in the description box below, so please check it out. So, as I mentioned there, Eternal Brawl is a card game that features well-known figures from various genres, civilizations, and historical periods, like Zeus, Odin, Yayus Tokugawa, Loki, Medusa, Genghis Khan, Dogecoin, and many more. These characters are classified into demons, gods, humans, and monsters. And these heroes hail from several cultures, each with its own set of talents, qualities, and weaknesses. And today, I am going to share with you a little bit about the story and skills of one of the gods from Eternal Brawl. Ladies and gentlemen, Hercules. Have you heard about him? Have you seen television series and movies about him? I bet most of you have, because Hercules is one of the most well-known heroes in ancient mythology. Just like all the other gods, his life was not simple. He faced many hardships and accomplished many difficult tasks. But do you know what kept him going and where he got the motivation? He got it from the promise that he would spend all of eternity at Mount Olympus with the gods. Although Hercules, like many mythical heroes, had a convoluted family tree, he was not fully a god. Instead, he was born a mortal with superhuman strengths. His father was Zeus, the supreme ruler of all the Greek gods and all the mortals on earth. Zeus, though, had a number of romantic partners before and after his marriage to Hera, like he did with Alcmene, Hercules' mother. Alcmene was the mortal granddaughter of the hero Perseus, who was also said to be one of Zeus' sons. I know, their lives are all extremely intertwined, and that makes mythology kind of weird, but also really interesting, right? Hercules, which in Greek means beautiful gift of Hera, is the name Alcmene and Zeus gave to their newborn. But Hera, the actual wife of Zeus, was overwhelmed with jealousy, fury, and hatred when she learned that Zeus, her husband, had had an affair with a mere mortal and they had given birth to a child. And she dedicated herself to bringing upon the death of this illegitimate offspring. How evil. In part, because of Hera's anger, Hercules faced a lot of challenges from the moment he was born. For example, Hera dispatched 2 snakes to kill Hercules in his crib at his birth. However, because of his exceptional strength and bravery, the young Hercules choked the snakes before they could choke him. Can you imagine how strong he was as a baby? I mean, truly incomparable. Hera, though, did not stop from the first failed attempt of eliminating Hercules, and she continued her deceitful tactics. When Hercules was a young adult, she performed some sort of spell to briefly make him mad, which led to him killing his beloved wife and their 2 children. Horrendous, I know! And Hercules, who felt guilty and distraught, sought out Apollo, a god of healing and truth, and pleaded with him to punish him for what he had done. I think that revealed so much about his character. However, Hera's vengeful actions were well known, so Apollo knew that Hercules' transgression had not been his fault, yet he insisted that the young man make atonement. So he gave Hercules the assignment to complete 12 tasks for the Mycenaean king Eurystheus. Apollo said that when Hercules finished all the labors, he would be freed from guilt and attain immortality. And so the adventure began. The 12 tasks had all types of challenges, like catching a red deer with golden antlers and bronze hooves. In this task, the owner was supposed to slay anyone she caught trying to kidnap her pet. However, once Hercules explained his circumstance to the owner, she let him live without a punishment. Here, he proved that not everything can be attained with force. Intelligent and effective communication is also key. Now, one of the most humiliating chores was cleaning all the dung out of King Augeas' massive stables in a single day. However, he simply finished the task by rerouting 2 neighboring rivers to flood the barn. Apparently, Hercules wasn't just strong, but also very clever. Now, the gods also favored Hercules because they knew of his amazing character. One time, Athena saved Hercules' life by giving him the tool needed to drive out a vast flock of carnivorous birds. Now, the most dangerous labor of all, the 12th and final task, required Hercules to go to Hades, god of the underworld, and capture Cerberus, the ferocious three-headed dog that stood watch at its entrance. It is believed that no mortal can go into the underworld and come out of it again. However, unfazed, Hercules swung his powerful arms around Cerberus, grabbing all three heads simultaneously and pulled the monster to the ground. Without a doubt, Hercules had a number of other adventures after completing his 12 tasks, but these ones were without a doubt very challenging. Hercules' life was full of crazy happenings, but I'm gonna skip forward a bit. In summary, his end in the mortal world came when Deianira, his second wife, gave him a blood-stained tunic to wear when she had heard a rumor that he was having an affair. She had been told that this tunic would link her to him forever. However, Deianira didn't know that the blood in the tunic was poison, so it ended up burning Hercules' flesh, and him, knowing it was poisoned, ended up constructing his own funeral pyre and burning himself to death on it. It's crazy. But it doesn't end that badly. After he passed away, Athena's chariot transported him to Mount Olympus, where he spent all of eternity with the gods, as he was always promised he would. Now, back to the super exciting part, our game. Hercules, as a superhuman and an ultimate warrior turned into an immortal, can easily dominate Eternal Brawl. These are some of his attributes and skills. So, he has a remarkable comprehensive ability score of 80 on the battlefield, with an attack mode of 85 and a defense mode of 60. His control level is 80 and his outbreak ability is 30. With a rating of 20, he can be an average game support. Something to take note is that in Eternal Brawl, we use blood limits as a form of health points. I mentioned this in the previous video. Remember, when a character's health gets to 0, the player dies. Each character has at most 5 blood points, which can increase or decrease depending on the character's ability and special skills. The powerful ability of Hercules includes the lockdown technique, which, when used, can give additional health damage during an attack. He also has the 12 trials, which will activate an awakening skill that awakens after playing 12 cards. With the awakening skills, he has the ability to gain a power marker that can restore 2 blood limits. Impressive, right? So, what can you say about our first hero, Hercules? Did you like his character, or were you impressed by his strength, his wit, his goodwill? I know many of you will be thrilled with him once you play, if you aren't already, because he is also an extremely amazing person. Now, as the gods' lives are all intertwined, I am going to keep sharing with you other god characters and also other demons, humans, and monsters of Eternal Brawl in the coming videos, so please stay tuned. You may also check them out on the Eternal Brawl website at www.eternalbrawl.io. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord, and subscribe to our YouTube channels to receive the latest news. Stay cool, Brawlers!